Okay, fantastic evening everyone. Good to see you all back. We had a fantastic session last week. Fantastic lineup of speakers. And yes, we also did have winners. For the ones who missed the last week's meeting, I would vouch for all of you to get to our WhatsApp group and take a look at the winners. And definitely don't forget to congratulate them whenever you meet them during the break. With that, we'll head to Ujwal for a VPE's update.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. So for the next week, here is the VPE's update. The following roles has been booked by the following speakers. The speaker roles has been booked by Toastmaster Chethan, Anusha and Shreya. Table topic master role has been booked by Toastmaster Raja. Except this, all other roles are open. I kindly request all the members to kindly contact me for taking up the role next week. Thank you, and over to you, President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. With that, we also have an important announcement coming in from our past president. So let's give it up for Toastmaster Gaurav.
A very good evening to all Toastmasters. So this nomination is regarding the nominations. Announcement is regarding the nominations for the next term, that is Jan to June 2023. So as we know, this club runs through, is controlled by our executive committee. So anybody is interested to be a part of the ExCom committee, that is for the next term, the roles are Sergeant Arms, Treasurer, Secretary, Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President of Membership, Vice President of Education and the President. So anybody is interested, please do send a mail to me regarding what roles you want to take up. And I'll be sending an official mail to the group by tonight or by tomorrow morning. So please do reply to that mail, not to the entire group but personally. That's all from my end. And the deadline for the nominations is 28th of December. So please do send your nominations within the deadline. Thank you and bye.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. It's a very rare sight that people start taking others serious, especially when they have given a funny speech. But in this case, after how funny your funny speech was, Gaurav, we are forced to take you very serious. Yes, it is indeed a great opportunity for all those who want to get the taste of a very, very organized structure. And of course, it's something that you get to learn and something that you can copy paste in your workspace as well, because that's the intention of Toastmasters, right? Everything is so structured and streamlined that it's all systems that is running it. So if you really want to experience this system and want to grow on your leadership abilities, definitely a right opportunity for you to take up. With that, let's give a nice round of applause for the Sergeant to start this meeting.
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my esteemed guests. I would want you all to do one thing, and if you succeed in this, then this chocolate is yours. Just imagine there was once a pink elephant. Make sure that you do not think about the color of a pink elephant. And make sure that you don't even think about how a pink elephant looks. And do not even think about the color pink. And definitely do not think about the elephant. It's hard, right? But honestly, if you have managed to not think about any of these, then this chocolate is yours. But honestly,
yeah.
No, a pink elephant doesn't exist. There are no signs of a naturally born pink elephant, or there are no signs of that, right? But your mind shows that image. But how? Maybe taking reference from a cartoon or a TV show. The image might fade into the forgotten corners of your mind. But when I told to actively resist thinking about it, it's not easy anymore. Even while speaking right now, the image is swirling in my mind. What you resist persists. Imagine you have a pile of laundry in your room, you don't really want to deal with it right now. So you keep ignoring it. But what happens? The pile grows and it persists. The problem persists. The same goes for our emotions, fears or challenges in life. If we resist facing our fears or dealing with our problems, they tend to affect us. So the next time you find yourself avoiding something, try facing it instead. Remember, what you resist persists, but facing it can help you resolve the problem and move forward. So here is a true leader who embraces challenges rather than resisting them. He is the principal of Achieve School of Education, who loves to travel and meet new people. His interests lies in understanding the human mind. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please help me acclaim and welcome our President, Toastmaster Balaji, with a resounding round of applause.
Thank you so much. You did resist the chocolate, but there I go. I persisted. Fantastic evening. Firstly, thank you so much, Toastmaster Pavani, for that fantastic introduction. Thoroughly enjoyed how you presented the entire topic itself. Right. Even before I could get on with our talk, I think let's go ahead and talk to our guests. They are here from different places, and let's find out who they are, what they do, and why they are here. Right? Yes.
I remember.
No.
My name is Neeraj and I work as an analyst in a CA firm called Guru and Jana Chartered Accountants.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.
How did you come to know about Toastmasters? That's what he asked.
Okay, I was not aware of that. From one of my relatives, he also works in the same company which I am working in. Little bit backward in communications. Very much backward, in fact.
Sure. Thank you. Now, Gaurav was like that, and after his last week's performance. Yes, sir.
I remember.
Now, that's where I get caught. I could have pulled it off again. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sanketh, and I recently got to know. I knew about this club before, but I recently wanted to join here. I'm actually pursuing CA, and I wrote my CA Intergroup 2 recently. So now I have a break till Jan, till the results come out. So yeah, I'm trying to learn a new skill, improve my communication. So that's about me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Sakshi. It's my second meeting as a guest in this club only, and I wanted to join. I heard about Toastmasters from one of my friends, and I heard a lot about Toastmasters from him, but so I thought of giving coming here, joining there. So wanted to join this to improve my communications, but got to know that it's much more than communications. So thank you all for giving this platform. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Hello Toastmasters and fellow guests. Why do I say that? Because I myself as a Toastmaster, I started my journey in 2018 from Cisco. We had a club called Cisco Wani Toastmasters, and then I had moved to Amazon where there was no club active. So I had chartered one club in AWS unit of it, which was AWS BLR Toastmaster Club. Then COVID happened and so. Our club could persist for like 1 year, and then the interest was dropping, so that's no more active. Then I started living in Jayanagar. Was looking for a few more clubs, but didn't have like a closer vicinity, and then I got to know about this one. So coming here for the first time as a guest, and thank you.
Fantastic. So good to hear you all. Definitely you'll get a taste of Toastmasters through one meeting, but you'll definitely get to experience Toastmasters when you really experience it. With that, let's call upon the one who made it possible to have a fantastic contest last week. The one who's doing really good at Christ College with his masters, an academic genius, and definitely has a keen interest to grow the ranks of leadership. Let's give a nice round of applause for our secretary for the day, Toastmaster Ujwal.
Once again, good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Here is the minutes of the meeting number 1239 held on 27th of November 2023. The club contest started at 6:48 p.m. with Sergeant Atoms Toastmaster Larana Murthy welcoming the members and handing the charge to the contested Toastmasters industry. The following were the role takers for the contest: Chief Judge K Prabhakara, Sergeant Atoms Toastmaster Larana Murthy, Timer Toastmaster Balaji, Tally Counter Toastmaster Apoorva, Contest Master for the Humorous Speech Contest Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Contest Master for the Table Topic Contest Toastmaster Pavani. The contested Toastmasters industry declared the club contest open. The Humorous Speech Contest was conducted by the Contest Master Toastmaster Shivaprasad and had the following contestants. Here are the following contestants. The very first one is Sanketh Balaji, followed by Latha Nahar, Shivaprasad Sharma, Gaurav Ramesh Bhadri, Jyothi Rao and Raja Prasad. Coming to the table topic contest was conducted by Contest Master Toastmaster Pavani and had the following contestants. The first contestant was Munish, followed by Raja Prasad, Sanketh Balaji, Gaurav Bhadri, Chethan Vashisht, Jyothi Rao, Latha Nahar, Sai Snehal Reddy, Shivaprasad Sharma and Mezbin Akhtar. The winners of the table topic contest were: the first place was won by Sai Snehal Reddy, second place Shivaprasad Sharma, third place Raja Prasad. The winners of the humorous speech contest were: the first place was won by Gaurav, second place Shivaprasad Sharma and third place was won by Toastmaster Jyothi. The president closed the meeting at 9:08 p.m. which was followed by the national anthem. With this, I hand over the charge back to the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujwal, for that brief and concrete report of the last week. Every single time I walk into this door, I come with a thought that next week I will definitely prepare for my speech. And I just walk in and I look at the theme and I try to cook up something on spot to present on that particular day. And I thought today was just another day, but then when I looked at the theme, I again realized that I should have prepared. What you resist persists. The problem of not preparing, which is persistent, is because of my resistance that comes with a lot of positive thinking. Have you heard of that fox that keeps jumping in for the grapes? Have you heard of that fox? Ramu? Now this particular fox that keeps jumping for the grapes, after a point starts giving reasons. The grapes is not as green as I wanted it to be, or the grapes is not as sweet as I wanted it to be. Ramu has not even tasted the grapes, but he's got his reasons. Even I have got my own set of reasons. I cannot perform well if I prepare for my speech. I cannot really speak my heart out if I prepare for a speech. I don't think I have the ability to prepare because I can only think when I am behind the lectern. I am trying to work on my impromptu speaking skills, and that's why I don't come in prepared. Beautiful reasons that my mind gives me every single time when someone asks me the question, why haven't you prepared today? Because I have been resisting what I need to be doing with a lot of positive thinking. Positive thinking is superb. Trust me, it is fantastic. It's made my life very easy. It's made it so easy that sometimes I don't really take up those challenges thinking, you know what, I have better things waiting for me. Positive thinking sometimes could turn a little negative when you become so positive that something really bad and terrible is happening, but you're like, it's okay, buddy. It'll get fine. Now we think what you are resisting is because you're really scared of a few things, but this is a different case that I have. I'm resisting a lot of this process because I think very good for myself. Sometimes, if it goes beyond that borderline, might not be the most ideal situation. So for all those who are being extremely positive and waiting for the right time, there's nothing called as right time. Whenever you think of doing something, even if it's on a Tuesday morning, it is a good time. So stop resisting what you've been wanting to do, because more you resist, more fantastic reasons your mind gives, and more fantastic the reasons become. The problem and its persistence starts and continues to expand. With that, I would vouch for all of us to go ahead and give in our best at this particular club and the reason that we have joined here for. Two simple reasons. One, to get better with communication, and one, to get better with your leadership approach. And as a fringe benefit, you also get to network with some of the stalwarts in this space. With that, I would love to open this particular meeting, because how much ever you resist, your persistence is not going to stop that. With that, I'm going to be starting off this meeting 1240. When I saw the theme, I was like, definitely has to be this lady. Because she doesn't make anyone's life easy. Because she's a part of the HR team, right? And HRs don't like people to be happy. They show that you want to be happy. Tell me, your problem is important, because I want to solve it. And the second you say your problem, your manager knows. And you go up to the HR and you're like, I told you, don't tell this to anybody. This is to solve the problem. But we are so glad that our master of the day is not this. She's humble, she is sweet, she's a professional, and more than anything, she's a learner for life. The thrive that is seen when she is learning, and the joy that's on her face when she accomplishes her task, is definitely something that I know her for. With contagious energy and enthralling humor, let's give a nice round of applause for our Toastmaster for the day, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, President Balaji, for that wonderful introduction. What you resist, persist. And the way to overcome this resistance is to make a shift in your mind. And this shift is possible only if you look into the eye of what you resist and accept it, own it. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Due to some circumstances, I had to stay in a hostel during my second PUC time. I had never been so far away from my family. The distance and the surroundings was unwelcome by me. I disliked my hostel. I disliked my roommates. I disliked the food. I disliked everything that came with the change that had happened in my life. The more I yearned for my family, the more I detested each moment of my day. It was during that time when on my way to college, I saw a board with a black and white red print on it. You have to change for the world will not change for you. This phrase, you have to change for the world and the world will not change for you, made a huge impact in my life. I realized I had been avoiding, I had been resisting to see that the circumstances had brought in change in my life. And this resistance was creating chaos and unpleasantness within me. I worked and made efforts to shift my thought, saying that I am not the prisoner of the circumstances. Rather, I have been given an opportunity to build on myself, to evolve and move towards the progression of life. And this shift of my mind, this overcoming my resistance, saying that the newness is not welcome, this overcoming of my resistance created an attitude to overcome any barriers that came in my life. And this brought in a varied areas to unleash my potential. One such amazing person was Ralph Smedley, founder of Toastmasters Club. His vision was to create a supporting system for people who resisted public speaking and also who wanted to persist on excelling their leadership skills. The Toastmasters Club was started in the year 1924 on 22nd October, the basement of YMCA in Santa Ana, California. Today, the organization is spread over 142 countries with more than 170,000 members, with around 14,700 clubs and more. To take the meeting forward, we have a team who brings in the value of time, the crutch word that should not be used, the grammar that should be used, and the parliamentary procedure to enable a smooth meeting. As I call upon the role takers, please do come and explain the role that you have taken up. We have Toastmaster Chethan as Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator.
Good evening, folks. I'll be the PP Evaluator for today. I'll be monitoring usages of sex, politics and religion, and possibly anything else that's scandalous. If anyone is walking out of the door and using their phones, I would report it towards the end as well. So kindly keep your phones on silent and enjoy the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chethan. We have Toastmaster Jayaram at the R counter.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Like, are all filler words that we use in our sentences, especially when we are thinking about saying something. So I'll be noting down usage of such words. This is to make us aware that how we use such kind of words and then try to correct ourselves. And I'll give a report when I'm called upon at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayaram. We have Toastmaster Apoorva as grammarian. We have Apoorva as
evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the timer for the day. Today I'll be noting down the time taken by all the prepared speeches for the table topic speeches and for the evaluations. I'll also be denoting them with my green card, yellow card and the red card. For the table topic speakers, at 1 minute I'll be showing the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 2 minutes I'll be showing the red card. For the prepared speeches, for 5 minutes I'll be showing the green card. For 6 minutes I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 7 minutes I'll be showing the red card. For Udanka's speech today, I'll be showing the green card for 15 minutes. At 16 minutes I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 17 minutes I'll be showing the red card. And for the evaluations, individual evaluations, at 2 minutes I'll be showing the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 3 minutes I'll be showing the red card. Thank you, and over to the MC.
And now we have Toastmaster Shreya as the grammarian.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As today's grammarian, my job is to note down the good and not so good usages of grammar and vocabulary that people use during their speeches. It is also my duty to introduce today's word of the week, which is acclaim. Its meaning is to praise enthusiastically and publicly. For example, the contestants received acclaim for their fantastic performance in the contest. I will be giving the grammarian report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
For the benefits of the guest, a typical Toastmasters meeting has 3 sessions. The first one is the prepared speech, where the speaker is given time to select their own topic and speak for 5 to 7 minutes, or as given in the pathways, as per the guidelines of the pathways. The second is the most exciting session, that is the table topic session, where the table topic master will call upon randomly for a speaker, and they have to speak. Impromptu speech has to be given for 2 minutes. And the third session is the evaluation session, where the evaluator will give the feedback of what happened, the proceedings of the meeting, what was good and what could have been made better for the future meetings that will take up. So let's dive into the first session. Before I call upon the first speaker, I would like to call the speech evaluator to please read out the guidelines of the speech as per the speaker's pathway, Toastmaster Shivaprasad.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Prepared speaker today is attempting Level 2 Project 1, Understanding Your Leadership Style project. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Notes for the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the member has responded to a questionnaire to help identify his or her primary leadership style. About this speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech about some aspect of leadership styles. The member may choose to speak about his or her own leadership style or leadership styles in general and their impacts. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Understanding Your Leadership Style project. The duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker or to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. So the speaker for today is a BCom graduate who loves to cycle and explore Bangalore, in and around Bangalore on his cycle rather. He is the Triple Crown winner. The speech title is There, Here, But Where. The speech title is There, Here, But Where. Let us put our hands together to welcome the ever-smiling Toastmaster Sanketh.
have chosen this particular title for my speech, then hold on to your hands. It's got its up to come. Now, how many of you here have a vague idea of what MPD, multiple personality disorder? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fine. Good number. Decent number. Basically, multiple personality disorder is a disorder where there are voices in your head and there are personalities in your head which tries to come out and in a particular situation or by a trigger. And again, if you're wondering why am I choosing MPD to leadership style, because I'd say it's both same. In MPD, there are few characters in your mind which wants to come out because of a trigger or a situation. But here, because of a trigger or a situation, different types of leadership styles come out. Even when I took that test as well, it never showed me this is a particular leadership style. It showed these are your few prominent leadership styles. So with that, let me start off. Ladies and gentlemen, and all the guests, this is me, Sanketh Balaji. Here we go. Now, when I took the test, I thought, let me just give it a try. Let me see what is my leadership style. Then I figured out, the complete total response said that I am filled with acid. Not the chemical ones which burns me down, the magical portion which upbrings me up. Acid, affiliative, coaching, innovative, and democratic. The four things which show me as a leader, which portrays my leadership style. Alright, now coming to acid, I have an anthology, meaning series of stories. First comes the A of acid, affiliative. I learned this kind of a leadership style from my grandfather. My grandfather is a successful businessman who raised his family as well as his business, and also eventually raising all the workers' morale by connecting personally. Every time I go to my shop, every time I talk to the workers, they never treat me like, hello sir, something like that. They're like, papa, come on. Meaning, come son, come sit down. So they treat me like family. The reason they treat me like family is because my grandfather treated them as a family. I learned that when people around us, people in the team is working for one goal as a family, they never go wrong. Even though they go wrong, they have a cushion to lay back on, which is the team. So I learned that being an affiliated leader from my grandfather. Now moving on, C, coaching. Who is a better coach than a teacher? For me, it was Balaji sir. Yeah. I still remember 10th standard final exams are coming up and there are 2 more chapters to complete. And everyone was freaking out. We don't know what to do. And that time Balaji sir smartly played one small trick that instead of teaching the whole lesson, he divided the whole lesson into points and concepts. And he divided the whole class into teams, gave those concepts to each team and asked them to present it. So in this way, the particular team had not to learn the whole chapter. They could just learn one point. And they could be master of that point and maybe be a jack of all the other points by their friends teaching. How many of you feel better if your friends taught instead of your teachers in your colleges or schools? See? Not just me, right? It's most probably everyone. So that is a smart move played by Balaji sir. And I learned that coaching, it's not necessary that the whole team knows what is in your mind, how it should be done. It's a leader's responsibility to show the path, to walk the path, and to take the team in the path. So I learned that from Balaji sir. Now, I innovate. This might be a little bit of a cliche topic, but still I'll go in. Mothers. Mothers are the most innovative leaders I've ever seen because they not just create new life, they pamper them, they hold them, and they also show the whole world that this is a new creation and he's gonna rule it or she's gonna rule it. So, and a small incident from my house was during the lockdown and the COVID times, everyone was shaken down to their bones because one of my family member was affected by COVID. Instead, everyone was freaking out, like what to do, what not to. My mother held the morale down. She actually brought everyone to close by making innovative games, making innovative food items, making the whole team of my family never feel fear again. In a different and a creative methods, innovative. And finally, the D. D for dad, D for democratic. My father is also a businessman, for instance. And he's one of the businessmen which I would look up to is because every decision he makes is not just like this is my decision, it's final. He takes the word of each and every person in the room. He listens to them, he understands them, and then he comes to one final thought. I thought, okay, it's okay to listen to people. It's not just always I should be right, I could go wrong as well. But if I could listen to everyone here and then take a decision, it's like I'm losing, but instead of getting down 10 steps, I'm just getting down 2. Still a win-win. These are my 4 top lists of leadership styles, the asset. Like the saying and the prayers go, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Guru Devo Bhava, and Bandhu Devo Bhava. I learned it from the best. I hope you all learn your leadership styles from the best. And as I said, MPD and everything comes together. It's like it comes out in a particular situation or a trigger as well as this. I'd say all those leadership styles are here. They're here. But where? Think smart and use it right. Thank you. Back.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanketh, for that wonderful speech about acid. So many multiple ways of defining our leadership. And with that, we move on to the second speech of the day. Before I call upon the speaker, I would like to call upon the evaluator to read out the guidelines of the speech as per the pathways. DTM U Bhat.
Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. The speaker has taken up team collaboration as the path and is presenting today Level 4 Elective 1. It is about managing a difficult audience. The purpose statement says the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when he or she presents outside of the Toastmasters Club. Notes for the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the members spend time learning how to manage difficult audience members during a presentation. About the speech, the member will deliver 5 to 7 minutes speech on any topic responding to 4 audience member disruptions. Actually, it has been planned by the VP Education. It is actually a role play kind of a situation, a special kind of speech. The speech may be new or previously presented. You do not evaluate the speech or the speech content, only how he responds to the disruptions. Your evaluation is based on the member's ability to address and diffuse challenges presented by the audience. Audience members were assigned roles by the Toastmasters and or Vice President Education prior to meeting. What for professional behavior, respectful interactions and audience members, and use of strategies to refocus the audience on the member's speech. The member has 10 to 15 minutes to deliver his 5 to 7 minute speech. There is some confusion here. Timer has told him about 15 to 17 minutes. Unless the speaker has asked you to take, he will going to take 15 to 17. Okay, it is 10 to 15. So you will give the green card at 13, 14, 15 probably would be appropriate.
Now they updated me.
Yeah. So all the best to the speaker and back to Master Sir.
Thank you, DTM U Bhat. The second speech title is Nakshatra 1.0. The title is Nakshatra 1.0. The speaker is a passionate photographer, foodie, and enthusiastic traveler. He has many colorful feathers on his cap in the fraternity of Toastmasters. There's a whole list. I've cut it short. He is the youngest distinguished Toastmasters in India through pathways, and hence he's a record holder in the Indian Book of Records, a triple crown winner. Currently he is public relations manager of District 121, and the list goes on and on. He has also conducted speechcraft for 30 members. So let us put our hands together and welcome the young and dynamic DTM Udanka.
How many of you here want to see the orphan kids have a beautiful smile on your on their faces?
Loud. Yeah.
How many of you here want to see orphan kids having a beautiful smile on their face? Almost all. Good evening fellow Toastmasters and welcome dear guests. Couple of months back when I was low, my friend called me up and said, "You had enough bad time at your home, get out and come with me for Nakshatra 1.0. You will have to attend the pre-meet."
What is this Nakshatra?
That is the entire story of what. You will get to know very
Can
short.
we like cut directly to a story?
Yeah, better like.
I'll tell you from how I got to know Nakshatra first and then we'll go to the story.
So it is short on time, 10 minutes for the audience, 5 minutes
Yeah,
for you.
already some time got over.
That's fine, I'll manage now. Now, she called me and told, you have to attend a pre-meet.
Who called you?
My friend.
What's the name?
Patience, that's the clue here. I have heard our early morning meets, joint meets, late night meets, Ghostmasters.
PP Evaluator, friend, Nakshatra, late night meets, I don't know where this is going.
I was wondering, what is a pre-meet? I heard so many meets in Toastmasters. What is a pre-meet? Let me go check it out. As soon as I enter there, I see a bunch of members with age 18 to 80 with the different various backgrounds, just like how we are in Toastmasters. All walking around thinking few activities. I just walk in and they told, you will be in the media team, you as you're good at photography. Okay.
Which channel? Which channel?
Media, photography and videography, not on TV channels.
Where was this meeting held?
It was held in Kurmanga.
When?
Dates, exact dates, I have to follow up with you or follow up on my Insta stories. I'll update you later of meeting.
I think I follow you. I can check it for you.
That's great. So
it's
when
Udanka.
Udanka_J. Now when I was attending this pre-meet, they told me. Sorry?
For which club?
This was not a Toastmaster meeting. It was an Nakshatra pre-meet.
Oh yeah.
They told me
What
one
do these guys
aspect.
do? What do these guys do? The Nakshatra guys.
That's what I'm telling. What are what the meeting was? No worries. So they told me the event is happening at SEA Institution of College, Pudi, and you have to be there next Sunday at 7 a.m. My inner voice woke up. Do you really want to travel 30 kilometers on a Sunday early morning just to click some photos without getting paid? I know I'm good at photography, but please let me talk.
One sec. This is unacceptable.
It's okay.
So sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Nakshatra, I guess.
Nakshatra is a war event. That's fine.
Oh, I thought it's a jewelry brand.
No. It's an event. So this inner voice was holding me back. But at the other end, I had to
sorry,
go.
what was the inner voice again?
Should I travel 30 kilometers on a Sunday evening just to click some
Is it
random
morning?
photos? Yes, morning.
Okay,
Photos without getting paid. Whereas the other hand, my other inner voice told me, you have to go
How
to your
many
friend.
inner voices do you have?
As a speaker, one could have many perspectives and many inner voices, so it can be n number of, I just have 3-4 as of now. I'll explore more in coming days.
Kind of concerning.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's me and me, so I'm okay with it. I'm used to it. No worries. I'm happy when I'm alone. The day was here. I just woke up at 5:30 a.m. just to see a heavy rain outside my house. My mom told one thing. You sleep, however, you'll not go to anything in the event. again my inner voice told, the same inner voice, you have to go for your friend because she is calling you for your good benefits.
She's asking you to click photos of her event for your benefit.
No, she wanted me to come out of my low key that situation.
Your mom said you weren't gonna do anything at the event anyway, so why would your friend call you?
Because my friends trust me more than my mom. Simple. Because my friends know how good candid photographer I am. Sorry.
What did you do to your mom?
I've not clicked her candid photos. That's the reason she tells that.
I can click your mom's candid photos and you were going all the way there.
30 kilometers for your friend. Okay.
There's a reason why your friends trust you more than your own mom.
Yeah.
You have the own answers. Now, talking about coming back to Nakshatra event, catching an Ola, Metro and Rapido, I somehow reached the venue.
You took all three.
It's a 30-kilometer stretch when Bangalore transportation don't have a direct.
Ola doesn't allow, no? Beyond 10 kilometers, same rider. They changed the driver.
Same app.
I changed the driver.
I even did it to save money because of I catched a metro. Ola was too costly for me, so I had to use metro in between to save money.
Rapido's metro.
No. Metro?
Ola's metro.
Ola, followed by Nama Metro, followed by Rapido. 3 different transportations. I reached the venue at around 8:30 where I was supposed to reach at 7:30 and they told me, start off with the registration desk. When I reached the registration desk and I started clicking few photos, through my lens, I saw an innocent smile of a 4-year kid giving a perfect candid photo for me to click. That particular moment, waking up 5:30 was worth it.
But not clicking your mother's picture.
I can anytime click my mother's photo because I'm with her throughout, but
and you're still in click.
Let me clarify, I have never clicked a candid photo, not a perfect photo. There is a difference between perfect and candid photos. Later, they told me the breakfast is ready, just go have your breakfast. I keep my camera to charge and I go there. I kept my camera because I want it for the entire day.
Nobody didn't ask you.
And I just reached there and they told me volunteers have to sacrifice breakfast because 5,000 idlis were not enough to feed 600 students. I was like, wait, what? Later, I realized.
Your inner voice would say?
No. That was another food volunteer who told me this.
Okay.
Then, I realized it was not the food shortage, it was the kids who enjoyed the food that morning. I went back to my work, I went back to clicking photos of the events which were happening. And now I was desperately waiting for my lunch and I was hungry. My inner voice again woke up. You wanted this, you came here at 5:30, but okay, that was worth it because of that one candid photo. You traveled here just because you're having no food, no money. What are you doing here? Just because your friend called? Is it worth it? These were the inner voice I had. But later, when they called me for lunch, I gave up everything and I was rushed there because I was hungry. I'm talking about food, so that's fine.
That's not fine for the audience.
Now, as soon as I reached the cafeteria, the children had a joy enjoying those papad and bhaji, mentioning their bhaji, because it's once in a while they get to have those food.
Papad and bhaji.
Yes.
And that too, I thought it's just idlis.
That was for breakfast.
Okay.
Yes.
For lunch, papad and bhaji.
Along with the palav and raita.
Thank you.
What kind of bhaji?
Mentioning their bhaji, I just mentioned that. So.
What kind of pop?
Sorry.
What kind of pop?
We left the kids to taste it and we did not taste it, so I'm unaware of that. After the entire event happened,
how much did the caterer charge though?
I don't know. I'll have to check with the volunteers then. I was not the main coordinator for that particular event. At the end of this Nakshatra, after the tiring day and a half, I did almost on 750 to 800 photos that day. I was about to wind up and just leave the venue before the session gets over.
At what time?
Around 7:30. But my friend and
You were
other
clicking till 7:30 for free.
Yes.
Without food.
Without food.
No, I had my lunch there. Just
No,
the
yeah.
palav, not the raita or papad or Mexican kabachi there. That particular evening they told, we are just one event short. That is the send off to the kids and then you can leave. I was waiting for that send off very badly because I was tired.
What happened in the event? I mean, you were clicking, what did the kids do?
And who is Natasha?
Raksha.
Oh, Naksha.
Chethan, I know you are doing a role also, but make sure you are in the speech also because I never mentioned Natasha. The kids, all the volunteers were. We'll give to the kids when we go to the next event.
Good job, Udanka.
Thank you. And the next moment, when there was send off, all the volunteers were lined up in 2 different rows and were waiting for these kids to give the high five.
Buddy, speed up. 13 minutes.
No worries.
I
still
don't
have
know
2 more
enough
flags.
data.
I still have
We
2
still
more
don't know
flags.
what the kids did.
I still have 2 more flags. I will cover. The kids were tired the entire day playing dance, drama, pot making, literary events like debate, essay writing, rangoli competition. Every event we thought they'll just walk drill, only 1 or 2 will give us the high five. So I just stood there holding my hands like this. But all these 600 odd students, children who came from the shelter house.
Children.
Thank you for the correction, Balaji. That's why we are here to learn new Toastmasters. Gave a high five with full enthusiasm and full satisfaction.
Did your hand hurt?
No.
They wouldn't reach, no?
No, I just bent it down slow because
Did
it's
your
just.
knee hurt?
No, I was okay with that also because.
Were you in the squats position?
Yes. End of the day, what really mattered to me the most was the joy what those orphan kids carried back home after that entire day. They had participated in different competitions. They had won different awards. They had tasted a delicious food. They had witnessed so many dances and drama. They had witnessed so many singings. A perfect day for an orphan. For us, we might have witnessed this every other day. But for those orphan kids, it was once in a while. And that smiles, that unconditional love what they show towards, and that final goodbye saying, Anna bye, Anna bye, Anna bye, every single kid. You all must be thinking that's funny, but when it comes to that emotion, when you see those orphan kids telling it out, hardly saying
No,
it.
I still feel you went there for Natasha.
I come back to you. That kid's feeling was superb. So for all those who raised your hands, who want to see the kids happy, you have to witness this event once and you will see it.
Udanka, I have a serious question.
Yes,
In our culture, we believe what you do with your right hand, even your left hand shouldn't know about it. And I think at this point in time, you're flexing something that should have been very personal to you. And you've picked it up for this speech where you know it was going to become a joke, right? And I don't know why you picked up something so sensitive.
Balaji, let me clarify you. You just told Gaurav in the initial of the meeting saying a funny speech might turn a serious for us, or a funny statement might be serious.
No, but when a serious speech becomes funny, it's especially a sensitive topic like this.
I don't think so this is sensitive because at the end of the day, I am putting out what I experienced and what I saw there. That is what I had to
No, I mean,
tell
that's
it
just my point of
That's fine. We have 100 million people around the world have 100 million thoughts. So that's
8 billion.
Counts are better than you because you're a principal and you know the counts better than me.
This is done by the census department, but anyway.
Excuse me. So every kid who came there went out with a joy and a smiling on their face. That's all which I'm sorry. At the end of the day, that all mattered to me. That 5:30 a.m. waking up, the struggle I had to take to reach the venue, the empty stomach on a breakfast, was all worth it end of the day. And for those who are just wondering if I want to meet Natasha there, I don't remember having any volunteer named as Natasha, so I was good alone with my camera, and that was my company for the entire day. With that, all those who told...
She called you all over and didn't even give you a bath.
So all those, I want to reiterate it once again, for all those who raised their hands, please visit one of these events. It need not be Nakshatra, or it need not be any Toastmaster event. Any orphan shelter home, you can just visit, play with them, to see them smiling. With that, back to you, my Toastmaster.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster Udanka for his patience.
For the benefit of guests, this doesn't happen to all the speeches. It is only one of a kind, especially when speakers with prior experience go on stage.
So for some, it is the time for butterflies in our stomach. For some, it is a alertness in our mind. But for all of us, this is a fun time table topic session. And today's table topic master has 7 years of experience in corporate world, with more than a decade of as a freelancer, and she's passionate about skills development and copywriting. She is a dosa lover and would do anything for her dosas. And with a big round of applause, welcome the charming Toastmaster Latha Nahar.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear esteemed guests. Now this is the second part of the session, that is the table topics, and quite nervous one because no one knows who's going to be called here. Okay, so we start off our session, and the first topic, being prepared or being impromptu for a presentation. I repeat it, being prepared or being impromptu for a presentation. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Amitabha Saha Roy for this particular topic.
Be prepared or
be prepared or being impromptu.
Okay. So I think there are these two choices, right? You are called upon to do a presentation. From our president, I learned that you can be impromptu also, provided you have a comfort with your stage. And if you would like a little preparation so that you can deliver your best, that is also another option. But hopefully the option is not to be called and then go back saying I will not take my chance, because that would be cutting a sorry figure. So, if you were given a choice, what would you like to do? If your mind is resisting you, perhaps you will try to do it impromptu. Because if you resist a preparation, then you don't have any choice but to come here and deliver it impromptu. And if you do a very good job, you can also get an accolade, like our president did. So, on the other hand, if you have a choice to prepare, I think that's a good thing to do if you have time. It's always a good thing to prepare, because preparation is also a process, and learning through preparation is a learning by itself. So you should always take the opportunity to prepare yourself if you get the time. So for example, the prepared speeches that we have, you can perhaps get a week's time or even a month's time if you plan in advance. So it's always a good idea to prepare, get your speech mentored, get it reviewed, rehearse your speech in front of the mirror if you can, and come here and wow the audience. But then sometimes life throws punches at you, curveballs at you, and you have to take it impromptu, like I just did now, and hand it over.
After having a very high start and Toastmaster Amitabha Saha explaining us that whether it's been well prepared or being impromptu. In both the cases, whatever the journey of life throws at us, let's move on and acclaim, calling the next speaker and acclaiming the 120 seconds behind the lectern. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Arun Das with the topic, attire defines your personality, my views on it. Attire defines your personality, my views on it. For the benefit of everyone, attire means your dressing sense. So that's what we call as attire. So Toastmaster Arun Das.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome guests. Thank you, table topic master, for the topic. Obviously, the topic is obviously it is. I strongly agree to the point. Attire definitely matters a lot. Obviously, whenever I have some serious meetings, I always try to get something very good from my wardrobe. And there are various situations. So you are going to attend, you are going to a place where you are not really sure what is going to happen here and what to do or how to do and what to expect. So obviously, overdressing always helps. So I try to do that often. So recently I was traveling to Baku, Azerbaijan, and I was not sure what is the weather, what should I carry, should I carry formats, and I don't know what about the event there. So I was trying to do as much research I can do, and I ordered almost about some 30,000-40,000 rupees worth clothes from Amazon. And luckily Amazon, the advantage is you can try and return whatever you don't need. So obviously I had a lot to try, and I've carried the best. And obviously the trip was really good. The weather there was very chilly, so I had thermals to wear, and very good sweaters and all that. So the conference was really good. It was an official event. I had a good formal suit. So ultimately, the attire makes you very confident, and you can probably enjoy pretty much when you're getting the team and all that. Yeah, that's my take on the topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
After Toastmaster Arun giving us his views on attire, let's move on to the next topic. Toastmaster Gajendra, and his topic is almost everyone's favorite in the room, I assume, Goa. A dream or reality? I would like to just do a little modification there. Goa, a distant dream or a reality? Toastmaster Gajendra.
I've been to Goa only twice. Once when I was probably 10 years old, and once when I was 13 years old. And I'm 21 years old, and I'm not a person who likes to party, who likes to do what youngsters do. And all my friends call me an uncle actually, because I sleep by 9 o'clock. And I don't like to stay up too late. And sometimes I wake up by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So I sleep for a long time. And me and my friends wanted to go to Goa one day. I think this was 2 years back. But it was during COVID that time, 2021. And all the flights were like not available, and it was very expensive, the hotels and the resorts. So we planned, and then from the Goa thing, it went off to a homestay near Nandi Hills, and then from there nothing happened, and we just had a sleepover at my place. That's it. So probably this topic, Goa, wasn't for me, and this is actually, I'm nervous because it's my first time speaking here. So yeah, that's it.
Yes, many of us, Goa was a distant dream. Some people had a reality on Goa. So moving on to the next topic, a leader is born, not made. A leader is born, not made. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Keerthana for this topic.
Leaders are born and not made. My views on it. It's such an irony because the tagline of my brand is the total opposite, where we say we create leaders in A+. So leaders are born and not made. I'd probably say absolutely no. Leaders, most of the time, are created and using the right skills, the right methods, and as they say, there's a method to everything. They say there's a method to madness also. I'd just like to share one small story with you. This happened when my daughter was in the 3rd grade, where she loved dancing. She's a Bharatanatyam dancer, but she had an issue of, you call it almandi. So if you're familiar with Bharatanatyam, you know that, sitting towards, keeping your legs crossed, it's called almandi, and she was having an issue with it. And she was like, as much as I love dance, I do not want to pursue, only because, I'm not able to sit well, and everybody else is able to do it. So I told her, look, give it time, because everything can be learned. There is nothing that can't be learned. You put your heart and soul in it, and the universe will yield eventually. And today, she is a Bharatanatyam dancer. So yeah, whether it's leaders or anyone, I feel they can be created. And that's what we say in A+ too. So leaders not always are born. Some could be born, but most of them are made.
After having a beautiful view on leaders, wherein our Toastmaster said that she believes that leaders are made, not born. So we go to the next topic. Describe your last few minutes before giving a presentation to a large audience. I'll repeat it. Describe your last few minutes before giving a presentation to a large audience. And I would like to call upon DTM K Prabhakara for this particular topic.
Madam, topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome. Yes. One routine that I go through, irrespective of the size of the audience, I have faced big audience, small audience, irrespective of that, I go through certain routine. That routine is that first few sentences I know by heart. Concluding statement I know by heart. This I ensure that it is done. I sub-vocalize it before I sleep the previous night. I repeat it as soon as I wake up in the morning. This is to ensure my comfort level in front of the audience. And there are 2 ways of looking at this problem, which I think I solved for myself long ago. That is, first is that the Churchill's way, I call it Churchill's way, when he was asked how come he became such a great speaker, inspiring audiences during World War II, he said that I consider myself that I'm a great person, and those who have come to listen to me are of lower caliber, and because of that only they have come to me. And because of this attitude, I get confidence in front of the audience. So this is one attitude. My way is that different. It's true to my personality. I say that, okay, my speech has an idea, and I have got to sell it to my audience. I do my best to ensure that whatever concept I have brought into the content is ensured that it's delivered and it is understood. To that extent, I work very hard. And most of the time, my preparation is towards that end. And the creative side of it is opening and conclusion. There are several instances I pick up, and I use the PowerPoint sometimes if it's too long. And to drive home those things, I make very few statements there so that it's easy for me to elaborate. It gives me a cue, and that's how I operate. If there is no screen PowerPoint, all I do is have cue cards if it's too long. Otherwise, it's impromptu or the way it comes through, the way I'm speaking now. Over to table topic master.
Thank you, sir, for sharing this knowledge. I think it's going to be helpful for all of us when we are making presentations. That few seconds, that nervousness is going to help us. Moving to the next person. My motivation comes from dash, 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 dash. My motivation comes from Toastmaster Chethan.
Good evening, guests. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for asking about my motivation. This is a very personal topic. Back in 2017, my motivation used to be to get fit. Of late, it has been to get more confident. But at different phases in my life, I've had different motivations that have given me different things. And each one of those has given me a different skill. Each one of these skills has persisted with me. And as a result of that, each skill kind of compounds on itself. This makes me a better person overall. About 4 months back, or maybe 3 months back, I was asked to give a speech about my work in front of the entire company, which is about 120 people who were sitting there. When I went to the stage and I actually gave the speech, I realized that I went bada 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 bada. I spoke a bunch of nonsense, never actually got my message across. I remember my knees shaking. Like if I was going to hold the table would have physically shaken. That was so bad. My motivation for now is definitely to overcome that, to be a better communicator, to be far better skilled, to prepare much, much better. Next week, I will be giving my icebreaker speech. So I hope that experience will definitely not repeat again. I have heard even guys like Mark Twain have gone through this kind of nervousness. But by putting themselves out there and repeatedly practicing, and even doing very difficult drills like cross-training or shouting louder than the ocean, they managed to conquer their fears. And I'm here to do the same. So that's my source of motivation. Thank you.
After Toastmaster Chethan talking about his motivation, how does he derive it, let's now move on to the next topic. Very interesting and very related to what we are doing now. Apprehension of table topics at Toastmasters. Apprehension of table topics at Toastmasters. For this topic, I would like to call upon DTM U Bhat.
Madam Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Probably most topical question anybody will ask for, and everyone is looking for the answer. Why, how we can overcome the apprehension of table topics. Mark Twain, the famous humorist, had once told, I normally take about, it requires about 4 to 6 months for giving an impromptu speech. See how powerful and what value added thing he said, because impromptu speech is, in my opinion, is not impromptu at all. It is something which is a quintessential of whatever you are holding in your brain, of all your past experience, what you have read, what you have seen around, what you have discussion with others. Everything is stored in our brain, in different parts of the brain. And when some question is asked to us, what we do is we just build into that. Immediately whatever comes, whatever response we give in a table topics, it is based on our past experience and our past knowledge. So ultimately, there is nothing called being apprehended about. The only way to rather overcoming apprehension is read a lot, make notes of whatever you want, and keep an open mind, discuss with people, and improve your knowledge, and keep your brain sharp all the time. That is one thing which we can all practice, and there is one thing which will definitely help in attending your appearing for these table topic responses, and you will definitely be doing a great job. That's the only suggestion I can give. And there is one thing, I read a lot. I read, I see also, I discuss with all, and that has helped me many times, because some, you strike, once you come here, some point in your brain strikes that, okay, I will take this line of thought. Or there are 100 lines of thoughts available. The choice, of course, is that what line you have to take. So everything depends ultimately on what happens inside your brain. So keep it as agile and as smart as possible. That's the only suggestion I can give. Back to Keerthana.
After DTM U Bhat talking about how we can help with the apprehensions, let's go to a little topic which we all of us deal with nowadays. Emotional eating. You are all aware of what is emotional eating? Emotional eating is nothing but when you are really down with something or not feeling good about yourself, then you take the help of food. So that's called emotional eating. So emotional eating, what are my views on it? For this particular topic, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shreya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all have different coping mechanisms, but sometimes they may not all be healthy. There are such things as unhealthy coping mechanisms, and emotional eating could be one of them. If someone keeps going through difficult phases in their life or experiencing bad emotions, and their coping mechanism is eating, that means they would probably be eating a lot. Unhealthily, I doubt emotional eating involves healthy food. It probably involves junk food. I say it's unhealthy because obviously we know that to live a healthy life you should have a balanced diet, but when you're not taking care of your diet, it becomes difficult to manage your diet. When you're going through phases of emotional difficulty, it can be hard to manage what decisions you make because you won't be thinking clearly. So I guess the first step to overcoming emotional eating is getting a control over your emotions, and you do that through introspection, through thinking through what problems you're going and then trying to figure out how to solve them, asking for help, and probably rethink your coping mechanisms. It is possible to develop healthy coping mechanisms instead. So, thank you.
Toastmaster Shreya enlightened us on what's emotional eating, the bad ones, the good ones, what we can do. Now moving on to the next topic again, my health goals for 2024. December ending, so we're going to finish up in 2023. All of us made a lot of resolutions. 1st January 2023, nothing happened. 15 days, 20 days, probably we forgot about it. So new fresh start we are going to do. Make new resolutions, again forget it by the 2nd or 3rd week. But let us listen to from one of our Toastmasters, what is my health goals for 2024. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jayaram for this.
Good evening everyone again. Last December 2022, it's probably not December, around October or so, I got my health checkup done, and as you can look at me and guess, the results were a disaster. There was a lot of numbers variations from where they were supposed to be and where they were actually. So that's when I decided that I'm going to focus on my health and I'm going to start working on my health, like go to the gym and then start exercising. Then I started. Around October, November, December, January, I think I did very good job. I was consistent with respect to going to the gym and then watching what I eat, and slowly it again started deteriorating. Maybe by around April or so, that enthusiasm level has gone down, and I started eating junk again, and then I put on a lot of weight, and then the health has become bad. So again, towards the end of the year, there was again annual health checkup in our company, and I've scheduled an annual health checkup sometime in the next week. And again, looking at the results, I'm hoping that I'm again going to get that kind of motivation to get into that routine and then start focusing on healthy food and then start going to the gym more regularly. And I'm hoping that this time the goal, or rather the motivation continues till I reach a certain goal that takes me to the green zone in that health report. So that's my goal for the next year. Is that over to you? Thank you.
After a Toastmaster talking about what he is planning, and all of us keeping in mind that we should make our health the utmost priority in the coming years, and for 2024 let's kickstart it. And the next topic, something related to what we all love. I hope everyone loves it. Chocolates. Yes, see Sanketh smile. Everyone loves chocolates, right? I don't think anyone's there in the room who doesn't like chocolates. You don't like?
I don't eat chocolates.
You also don't eat? Okay guys, whenever we are giving chocolates to them, let's just divide it among ourselves and eat. They will not like it. We'll keep it in mind that. Okay, chocolates, healthy or unhealthy? Chocolates, healthy or unhealthy? Toastmaster Apoorva, your views on it. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My topic, are chocolates healthy or unhealthy? Chocolates are definitely unhealthy. According to the FDA, if anybody gets deep into it, they'll get to know. When the cocoa is like all the chocolates are made with cocoa, and the FDA approves some portion of when the cocoa is boiled, there's a lot of the smell and all that because of a lot of insects and animals are attracted to it, and many people don't even know. All our chocolate, according to the FDA, it approves some percentage of cockroaches, rats, which is allowed to be present in the chocolate making, because it is impossible to make them without those insects in it. And that is covered a lot by marketing, basically. This is the way the cocoa compound is made. This is the way. So it's really unhealthy. But I think in the current generation, it's not an option. Even I eat chocolates, so can't help. There's no option going around. But yeah, it's totally unhealthy. And major marketing shift of chocolates happened with the entry of Cadbury to the Indian market. Like they started promoting Cadbury as kuch meeta, what is the tagline? Kuch meeta ho jaye, and they hired Amitabha Bachchan. I think that was a major marketing strategy of Amitabha Bachchan, which the company implemented. Initially, in our Indian culture, when for every occasion, what we usually do is exchange sweets, right? So they connected that to the meeta, and they started like introducing the exchange of chocolates into the culture. So this is what was one of the major marketing strategy that Cadbury implemented, and I think they were very smart in it, and it's worked out for them. Yeah. Thank you, and over to you. She gave a good enlightenment on what are the recent marketing strategies. Instead of taking sweets, they're asking us to exchange chocolate so that their sales go up. But we Indians will still stick with Sohan Papdi, right? Sohan Papdi is a fixed thing for us. Okay, moving on to the last speaker we have. How do I define being successful? How do I define being successful? I would like to call upon Toastmaster Abhimaan for it.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests present here. For me, success is in any activity you need to fulfill like whatever you wanted to do in that activity. If you fulfill that requirement, then you're successful in that particular activity. And for example, even speaking also, if you're getting good ratings by your evaluators, then you're successful in speaking. So yeah, that's how I define success. It's not like you should be better than others or comparison with others. That's not what I believe in. Because comparing with others, you cannot compare with everyone in the world, right? You can't. Then you need to be on top of everyone, on top of the world. So that will be a little difficult to accomplish. So So according to me, it is first of all you need to be joyful by your own nature. That's the most important thing, and then whatever is required. If you are able to do whatever is required in the world, that I feel is success. If you are able to do it joyfully, whatever is required in the world. Thank you.
I hope you guys had a wonderful table topic session. Yes, lot of knowledge exchange, lot of viewpoints exchange, which will help us to be more better. Now, after acclaiming this 120 seconds, many of you, I would like to give the charge back to our MC for the day, Toastmaster Jyothi.
A big round of applause for Latha and the team who gave their speeches. 2 minutes. So as Eckhart Tolle says, the author of the Now and Here, whatever you fight, you strengthen. And I'm sure we all strengthened the 2 minutes of impromptu speech today. And he further says, whatever you fight, you strengthen, and whatever you resist, you persist. So let us not resist the hot cup of tea because the hunger and thirst will persist. So let's take a 10 minutes of 5 minutes of network break. Welcome back to the final session, the evaluation session. This is where we learn how to give and how to receive feedbacks, because feedbacks makes us take one step higher to our betterment and overcome our resistance. Today's general evaluator is a very wonderful person. He is a BCom graduate from Jain University, has worked in PwC and currently is preparing for his MBA entrance exams. Now, he is the brother of 2 lovely dogs. A photographer by hobby, loves stand-up comedy, and he has been the past president of Mekong Communication Club and the winner of humorous speech just held last week. So let's put us our hand together and welcome Toastmaster Gaurav.
Very good evening to all Toastmasters and to all the guests present here. So I'll be keeping this as short as possible due to time constraint. So the meeting started at 6:27 p.m. and in the business session, the VP updated that there are 3 speakers have been booked for next week and a table topic master. So the remaining roles are open. Anybody interested can contact him. And as I announced that the nomination for the next term is open, so you can send in your nominations to me through mail personally. And coming to the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pavani, she is not here, but I'm sure she'll be watching the recording. So she had a great opening. The fact I loved in her opening is that she had a story about a pink elephant which grabbed the attention of all the audience, and we were wondering what is she trying to say, or we were trying to understand what she was saying. That opening grabbed the attention of the audience, and she nicely related that to the theme and to the president's introduction. If I have to give her one feedback, is that she's been doing this for a very long time and she has been behind this lectern for a very long time. So I would suggest her to use a little less notes. I've seen after the time she was looking through her notes, so if she could use little less notes and look at the audience, it would have been more impactful is what I believe. And coming to the president, he had guest introduction and he called Toastmaster Ujwal to read out the MOM, and that was fantastically done. What I liked about your speech today is, from past so many weeks I've been observing you have taken a lot of time in your presidential address. Today I feel you were on time and you had very little to speak, but you had very important things to speak. So it was short and sweet is what I would like to call. And I knowing you personally, I know you won't prepare whatever you come behind the lectern and speak, but if the new people listen to you, they'll of course say you're just bluffing, you're well enough prepared. So the way you introduced the theme with your story, it actually explained me what exactly is the theme about. So every time you're behind the lectern, you always inspire the audience, keep doing the same. And you have a huge round of applause. Before I call the individual evaluators, the ballots are out. I like everyone to vote for the best speaker and best tabletop speaker. Everybody is done. Let me call the first evaluator who will be evaluating Toastmasters Sanketh. That's Toastmaster Shiva. Can you have a huge round of applause?
General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, and Toastmaster Sanketh in particular. Here, there, but where? All of us today were witness to an amazing speech about leadership from Toastmaster Sanketh. Let me start off by telling you all where Sanketh did very well in his speech. Number one, structure, opening, body, conclusion. Right? He started off with, it was a bit of a weird start, but nevertheless he started off with a question asking everybody about MPD, multiple personality disorder. Got everybody's attention, and then he went on into the body of the speech, telling you all about the questionnaire that he did and how many leadership styles the website told him that he had. He described everything in detail with an example, maybe his grandfather, maybe his father, maybe his mother, and of course his teacher, and comfortably went into the conclusion, again bringing back the opening, talking about MPD and how just like there are multiple personalities that come out at different points in time, multiple leadership styles come out at different points in time whenever they are needed. So that was a brilliant comparison and the structure was flawless. The second point I want to come to is the confidence. Toastmaster Sanketh was oozing confidence at the lectern today. That body language that he has, he can do wonders, and I feel that we have already a champion in the making, or probably already a champion. And finally, the project purpose. The purpose of the project, do a questionnaire on the Toastmasters website, find out about your leadership style, which you score the highest on, which not so much, and then maybe come here and talk about that or anything regarding leadership. So project purpose, I would say 100 out of 100. Where could this speech about leadership have been improved? The eye contact. Right? There was a lot of points in time during his speech when I felt Sanketh was looking at the ground or looking here and there, instead of looking around at the audience. It felt like Sanketh was trying to recollect something during his speech. For example, during the coronavirus pandemic, my mother, she kept the innovation up in our house, something like that. And if you had looked at the audience, the message might have been delivered better, right? And the second point is the grammar. At points, there was good grammar in the speech. Now, grammar is not something usually an evaluator brings up, but at points what I felt more than once is the grammar, instead of giving the right meaning, it gave off the wrong meaning. It went in the opposite direction. For example, one point that I noted down here is, during COVID, my mother held the morale down. So that is sending the complete opposite message of what you're trying to say, right? So this was not the only point, but at several points during the speech, I felt that this way of structuring your sentences could have been improved. With that, I'd like to conclude by saying you had great structure, Toastmaster Sanketh. We have a champion in the making, great confidence. You fulfilled the project purpose. Maybe work on the grammar and how you structure your speeches and improve your eye contact. We'll have a great speaker. With that, over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. Coming to the second evaluator, we'll be evaluating DTM Udanka. Can we have user applause for DTM MU also?
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, and DTM Udanka in particular. In Toastmasters, we learn to communicate, learn to speak behind the audience. and we are reasonably comfortable. You know why? Because Toastmasters offers a very mutually supportive environment. Whatever the speaker speaks, however nervous he feels or whatever he does, good, bad, and whatever, we all applaud. We give full attention to him silently and appreciate his work. But our job is not to speak in Toastmasters alone. The ultimate idea is to improve our communication skill in different speaking environments, different speaking styles, different speaking audiences. So this project is for learning the strategies required for dealing such sometimes indifferent, sometimes unknown, sometimes hostile audiences, how to approach that. And this you have to learn the knowledge, skill and attitude required for addressing such issues. That is a project, and I should congratulate DTM Udanka that he has passed this test with honors. There's one thing you have done. Let me evaluate how, I'm not supposed to evaluate the speech as per your speech per se is concerned or the content of the speech. Opening, body, conclusion, your content I'm not supposed to evaluate. I just have to evaluate how did you address the objections or the disruptions in the audience provided. The VP Education has assigned probably 3 persons, the Balaji, Keerthana and just Shreya, for disrupting, or there are 4-6 types they identify disruptions or what's happening in the meeting. One is a talker, and is an interrupter, and is a chatterer, and an arguer. There are 2 more minor things: silent type and electronic device enthusiast, which has not been applied today. Nobody has used it. But the beauty of it today, what I could observe was, though Shreya and Keerthana were supposed to do their job, which were done reasonably well, Balaji took the honors of taking up all the roles. He was a talker, interrupter, chatterer and arguer, all combined into one. So, there is nothing wrong in that, because you have to address him also. And I reasonably like Udanka the way you addressed him, and in some situations I think when you thanked him I really appreciated, because that is one thing which called for. What really came out very well was, throughout your speech, you are maintaining that calm demeanor. That's very much required. And that's one thing. Only thing is, our guest today answered repeatedly questions, and you are so many doubts or clarification. You are very enthusiastic, or rather say you are patiently replying to it. Probably that is one area probably I could say that suggest to you where you can do differently is when a person asks particularly, this becomes nothing but an interruption. In this such interruption, what is in advance you can say, I appreciate your question, sir. I think you jot down all your doubts. I will be probably attending all that during the question and answer session. That would have been a better way to do that. But otherwise, your cool demeanor and your smile throughout and your sense of humor, that came out throughout the speech, and that it put you in good stead. And you have been successful in that. So I don't have any specific suggestion to you for challenging yourself. As far as challenging is concerned, I can only suggest that you do it in a real life situation with a provocative topic in some audience and see how you are going to react. Here it is a role play, but there it is a reality. That's the only challenge you can put to yourself. But otherwise, excellent performance, congratulations, and back to you, General Evaluator.
If I have to get in short regarding the 2 evaluators, they are very seasoned Toastmasters. They have been doing this job for a very long time. And they had that proper opening, body and conclusion, and a proper evaluation called the sandwich method. So both the evaluators did a very good job, and looking forward to see you guys more behind the lectern. Can I have a huge round of applause? Now I would like to call the role takers for your report. First, the timer, Toastmaster Apoorva.
Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The session today started at 6:27 p.m. I think it was late by some time. I think we should be more prompt and start our session by 6:15 sharp, so that we can get back on time. Yeah. And the Sergeant of Arms took 3 minutes. The President's address was for 5 minutes 59 seconds. The introduction for the evening was 1 minute 37 seconds. The report for the previous meeting was around 1 minute 56 seconds. The Master of Ceremonies was 11 minutes. I am sure today all of us agree and we can acclaim both the speakers for maximum utilization of the time. Toastmaster Sanketh Balaji took 6 minutes 55 seconds. The time allotted was 5 to 7 minutes, which was maximum utilization of the time, and you didn't go overboard as well. Then DTM Udanka, the time allotted was 10 to 15 minutes. He took 14 minutes 37 seconds. That was really nice. The evaluators, Toastmaster Shivaprasad took 3 minutes 10 seconds, and DTM U Bhat took 3 minutes 40 seconds. And the table topic session took 29 minutes, whereas the time allotted was just 20 minutes. There were 11 topics and 11 speakers. The time allotted for each speaker was 2 minutes. I've given the report there. I would request everybody to make maximum utilization of the opportunity and speak for 2 minutes while on stage. The break time was 14 minutes. Let's get back a little earlier from the next session. Yeah, thank you, and over to the
Next, I'd like to call the R Counter Toastmaster Jayaram.
Good evening, everyone again. First of all, I need to blame all the speakers today for very less R's and N's and all the filler words that were used. It was very, I had to be like very critical to note down smaller points here to find out who all said R's or M's there. First of all, I would like to say the names of people who had flawless speeches wherein I could not really find any usage of such filler words. Toastmaster Pavani, Apoorva, Shreya, Chethan, Sanketh, DTM U Bhat, Latha, Nahar, Gajendra, K Prabhakara, Shreya. Yeah, these were the names of people who did not have any R's or M's or any such filler words today. There were few usages of filler words by other folks. I'll probably tell that count. Balaji 2 A, Jyothi 4 A's, Shivaprasad 1 A, Udanka 1 A, Amitabha 1 A, and some usages of so. Arun 6 A's. Gajendra, actually Gajendra had some usage of word and Keerthana 1 A's and 4 or 5 times you knows. Chethan had 1 and Shreya had usage of ya couple of times. Apoorva around 6 or 7 usage of us. Gaurav around 7 usage of Abhimaan 1 usage of and couple of times so usage there. Thank you. Over to you.
Calling the next door taker, can I have Toastmaster Chethan, the parliamentary presenter of the event?
Okay, so the session was fairly clean, barring DTM Udanka's speech. We had a fairly rowdy audience, which was expected. So I think we all did a fairly good job with the whole thing. So yeah, I think it was a clean session.
I just have to mention one thing regarding your introduction. You told as a PP for today, I'll be monitoring sex, religion, and politics. That gives that gives a very different meaning. So by swallowing few keywords, it will be a very different meaning. So maybe you could have told as a PP, I'll monitor the talks regarding the sex, religion, or politics. I mean, it's not just you, everybody. Just think before you speak. And coming to the next role taker, grammarian Toastmaster Shreya. I mean, not Shreya, it's Shreya.
Good evening. The grammarian report is as follows. First, I'll be saying the names of whoever used the word of the week. Toastmaster Pavani used it once, Toastmaster Latha used it twice, and Toastmaster Amitabha used it once. Coming to the good usages, round of applause, enthralling humor, yearned, detested, unwelcome by me, anthology, jack of all the others, universe will yield, lower caliber, compounds on itself and quintessential. Coming to the not so good usages, even though they go wrong could have been even if they go wrong. Holding morale down could have been keeping morale up. Children could have been children. That smiles could have been those smiles. Butterflies on our stomach could have been butterflies in our stomach. Me and my friends could have been my friends and I. How come he became could have been how he became. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Shreya, for that report. And huge round of applause to all the role takers. These are the ones who have always been regular to the meeting and been taking up one or the other role. I would like to see you all behind the lectern as a speaker, so be more speeches. Coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Latha Nahar. I really enjoyed your session. I really loved the topics you had. It was very simple, yet it was very effective topics. And what I loved about your topics is it was so simple that everybody could speak for more than 1 minute. If you look at the timers report, everybody crossed 1 minute. So that shows how much effort you have put in being in the position of a speaker and seeing how much can you speak about the topic and ensuring you're given the right topic to the right person so that they could speak more. If I have to tell more about what I loved about your session is that I love the transition you had between the speakers. After each speaker spoke, I loved how you carry forward the way what they spoke about and introduce the next speaker. While introducing the session, you just told about the session in one line. Maybe you could have explained more because we have many guests here. They could have told what exactly is table topics and if you again demonstrated the timings so that even they would be aware of it. And one thing I like you to improve is you had a mixture of introducing. For example, when introducing first speaker, you told this topic and then introduced the speaker. In the second speaker, you called the speaker and then told the topic. So maybe you could just tell the topic first and then introduce the speaker, because if you introduce the speaker, the others will be like, okay, it's not my topic, why should I bother? So if you tell the topic, everyone will start thinking of the topic. They don't know if they will be called or who else will be called. So that if you implement, it would be a very great session. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. I use round of applause. And I like everyone to vote for the remaining role takers in the ballot and give you like 5 seconds to do that. Last but not the least, Toastmaster Jyothi, the Master of Ceremonies of the day. And if I have to if I have to guide someone who is new in Toastmasters how to do the MC session, I would probably show this recording of yours, because that was one of fantastic MC sessions I have seen from a very long time. What I loved in your session is that you had a personal storytelling about your personal life and how you related that to the theme. You spoke only for 2 to 3 minutes, which is the allotted time, and you didn't exceed that time limit, and you nicely connected that theme to the Toastmaster introduction. And coming to the Toastmaster introduction, you told the total membership is 1,70,000. I googled in the break, it's more than 2,30,000. So maybe if you could have checked in the official website, you will get the actual figures. Just ensure that you don't repeat the same. And I thoroughly enjoyed your session. I loved the way you introduced the speakers. Every time you introduce someone, you had the same energy level that ensure that whoever is coming behind the lectern were feeling welcome to come behind the lectern and speak their hearts out. And what I loved the most is you didn't use much notes. Even though you had your notes in front of you, you didn't use it that much. You were a natural speaker. It felt like you're not prepared and giving it your improvising on spot. And I love that energy you had throughout the session. Please do keep coming behind the lectern and taking more roles. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, use a round of applause. everybody. I try to keep it as short as possible. And yeah, we started at 6:27, little late. I blame the weather, it's a very lazy weather. I had to drag myself out of the house. Apart from that, everything was smooth and everything was fantastic. Thank you, and back to the master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that super crisp evaluation. And I'm sure we all had a great evening and much learning. So let us embrace what we resist so that surely it will dissolve. And with that, over to the President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyothi. Let's hear it for Toastmaster Jyothi once more. And thank you to our GE for keeping it short, simple and crisp. A very crisp GE session, especially when we are late. So I don't want to push through and take the time that you have saved for us. While the results come in, have you all casted your vote? I'll also need the results. Not a regular sight to see Shiva clueless. Definitely I blame the weather too. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead for today's champions, while each one who spoke is one. For short, crisp and nice GE session, the best MTG role taker, GE Toastmaster Gaurav. Best role taker TAPG, she said she couldn't speak, but every time she spoke, she's been taking a ribbon home. So our grammarian TM Shreya. Best evaluator, definitely he stood against the best, but looks like he's also learning from the best. Our best evaluator, Toastmaster Shiva. And coming to the best table topic speaker, when his name is on the table, there is no need of a topic on deciding who is the winner. DTM K Prabhakara. And coming to the best speaker, from the intelligence topic choice of choosing an orphanage so that people don't disturb. But little did he know that we were all a part and are a part of Mekong Communication Club. We catch your tricks, but irrespective of all the catching and pulling and pushing, you thrived and shined bright. Our best speaker for the day, DTM Udanka. With that, let us all stand.